Good morning, DMI member. Here is a state of the org coming this March of 2026 to sort of give you a update on what the organization's been doing, what our plans are for the warmer weather coming up, and how you can be prepared to welcome all these opportunities. This will be in lieu of a large annual meeting. There'll be a few of these videos going out throughout the year. I'm not really sure the annual meeting looks like in the fall, but we are looking to work with businesses on their own terms. I know everyone's very busy. They're doing their own registers, their own trash, their own HR. So hopefully this will give you a good idea of what's coming down the pipeline. I've been on the job for about 7 months now, working with our board of directors. The best slide I've seen in terms of how to describe our behavior is this lovely one from Max Stoiber. But it basically, in 2025, when I came in, it was IDing all the problems that we are working on now. In 2026, this first quarter, we're trying to make it right, and then preparing ourselves for 2027 and beyond, being a very nimble, streamlined, organized nonprofit. So we wanted to write the organization. There's a lot of reputation repair that's been happening lately. We've really been trying to connect with businesses one on one, listen to some historical problems, talk about what they want to see. We want to articulate our benefits. Big thing was focus and prioritize. So we have a two-person staff and a lot of committees. We had a lot of board members, and so we wanted to make sure that we said, "Hey, these are the one, two, three, four things that we know we can do, we can accomplish, and we can do well," and then branch out from there. And lastly, it's really important for DMI, but for this little part of the world to have a centralized and a representative business voice. A lot of times you'll see me at the podium or at council and different things, and I want to be able to represent my district accurately. So if you spend any time with me, you'll know the four horsemen of DMI are clean, safe, attractive, and accessible. We're going to be reopening the parks in a different way. We're going to be doing some programming. So what I want everyone to think about is how can we be 1% better every day? There's a million things that I know we can improve downtown. And so part of coming into this warmer weather is saying, hey, DMI is going to lead by example. We're going to set the tone and tenor for the behavior we want to see downtown. We're going to give businesses opportunities to give us feedback and report. And then we're going to create the environment for all of us to operate in a healthy, effective, and hopefully profitable way. Just to get you up to speed where we are, Kathleen's our community engagement director. She works with all through marketing, membership, things like that. I'm the executive director. I work on some more macro issues. A lot of it is the urban management downtown, how our district's running. Just to give you a quick rundown of our board of directors, we have Sam Bachmeyer, Ken Brossman, Tina Weisensell, Sandy Earp, Hannah Ammon, Karen Iacopino, and Spencer Schaller. We do have board seats open if you're interested or you're looking to further engage with DMI, or if you think you can bring something to the table and don't want to be a board member, contact me too. One of the big items that I always talk about in some of these smaller meetings is we're rebuilding the merchant class. So what do we know about money? We know that money compounds and grows. So we're going to want to keep it in our little circle here. And so the shop small things that sort of fall on deaf ears, the intention behind that's correct. Maybe that campaign probably needs a little bit of a refresher. But to do business locally, to know your neighbor, to keep it in lacrosse, to have this unified voice, to cross promote each other, and of course to advocate for our downtown as a whole. Speaking of advocacy, this little fashion show will demonstrate that I'm at the podium quite often on a variety of topics that affect our downtown. Recently, we just had a Sunday market that got passed. The week before that, we had planters get kicked back. So this is a weekly process where I intersect with the city and city council to advocate for the things that we need. If there's the third and fourth street are a great example of a 6-month advocacy project that DMI worked on. I really want us, if we're, as we reframe our behavior this year, we should reframe how we're looking at these construction projects coming up. So third and fourth street should be the bow on the revitalization of our downtown. We'll have a year that we have to work through that construction, make sure that businesses are staying above water. But beyond that, that should be like the last thing in terms of the things that we've repaired downtown. And so for me, it's like, great, we have 3-4 year runway right now to really work on some projects to welcome that new construction and revitalization of those large thoroughfares through our downtown. Speaking of warmer weather, we have a spring open house coming up on the 25th. This is the sister event to the holiday open house, and This is welcoming people back into the downtown. New students from the colleges. Are we getting gym memberships? Is it health? Is it spring fashion? So like, just let people know that you are open for business. With any of these things, if you do want a program or if you do want to to participate in these things, reach out to Kathleen. We'll easily get you on the maps, the collateral, the social media, all the things that we've been doing. Just a quick note on that. Do not miss out on any of our marketing opportunities this year. We have commercials being shot every month. We have a monthly guide going out. We have walking tours. We have, not only do we have multiple vertical programming, we have the latitude across all these channels: radio, television, social, digital, etc. I don't know if you've heard, but we have a Sunday market coming in the mornings, May through October, end of May, and it's going to be really exciting because we're taking a traditional market and we're elevating it into, well, basically what we want to see. We want people exercising. We want a call to action for people to come beyond just buying a few things. We want you to be able to stay there with your family, with your friends, for exercise. We have running groups that will be ending at Sunday market. We have we have different exercise groups that will be starting at Sunday market. We have the Children's Museum, Panakoken, the Co-op, which is the bread basket of our downtown. The cathedral has 600 people coming on mass. So we have a nice built-in crowd for this wonderful new market that we're going to be working on. If you're interested in programming, if you're interested in, when I say programming, this is music, poetry, exercise, dance, movement, etc. But then there's also opportunities for DMI members to have rotating stalls. So we'll have 3 booths for DMI members to come. Maybe it's the end of the season sale for you. Maybe it's something that's relevant to a holiday coming up. Maybe, whatever the case may be, we'll give DMI members different opportunities to engage in this market. We do foresee this being a big staple of downtown. The way I've been putting it is like, Sundays are for lacrosse, man. We're here to, recoup. We're here to restore our pantries. We're here to revive our bodies. We're gearing up for a successful week downtown. Another exciting piece that you don't want to miss out on is our downtown map coming up. We've already secured multiple ports of entry to La Crosse to house this map, and right now we're starting to sell the real estate on it. So if you want your business to be in the directory or on the actual map or in one of the side panels, or you have a coupon on it, or whatever the case may be, reach out to Kathleen. We'll start talking about what that real estate looks like and how we can best advertise your business and have you be an integral part of this wayfinding for downtown. What I noticed when I first got here, between the bluffs and the river is gorgeous, but it's kind of a blob. And so this map will help people navigate downtown and break it into more digestible sections, and also help us create more overlaid walking trails and things, so visitors and residents can traverse our downtown in a way that highlights all of its wonderful assets. Just a quick reminder, most of our interface is, I assume you're getting the Monday Minute if you're reading this, but we also have, construction projects on our website. We have our programs like the planters, and we also have the DMI dashboard, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. But this is a great place to crowdsource information and report into DMI so we can really manage our space. With 2 people, it's very difficult to see the whole district all the time. And so, if you're regularly walking to work and down a street and you see something, you could easily just, ping us a report on it. It really helps us manage not only the district in our sense, but also make sure the city is getting the right information, that we can track those tickets coming through. Just a quick moment, I want to take a second to thank our premier members for this year. Quick Trip, the St. Joseph the Workman Cathedral, Mayo Clinic, Midwest Family Broadcasting, Western Technical College, Amplify RL Properties, La Crosse County, the People's Food Co-op, and Pizza Dolo. We really appreciate everyone's support, and these members are showing everybody that we care about the downtown, and we're going to invest not only in the downtown, but in this group that's trying to lead us forward. So back to this crowdsourcing, this program that I created is called Blockheads. It's basically saying, like, help us help ourselves. I stole this photo from, I think it's Janesville, but this is basically what this program looks like. Is if you see something missing or something broken, report it into DMI. And if you want to be the person that's like your street captain, or the case may be, like, let me know how you want to integrate with some of these projects that we're doing. Not everything's going to be, a committee, then a meeting, then blah, blah, blah. It's like, as you're walking, if we can get some info and you can easily send to us, that's amazing. So A good example of where this would be helpful is I personally went around and cataloged all of our planters of fair, good, and poor conditions. Basically, if rebarb was showing, it was poor. Out of our 94 planters, about 70% of them are at fair and poor, which means in the next 5 to 8 years, I guess, are going to be crumbling. DMI did reach out, did pitch a replacement from TID 11 to have 80 new planters and 20 new trash cans. This went through F&P, and then it got kicked back from council. The fat lady hasn't sung on this, but the city is looking for more bandwidth and more of a maintenance plan for these new planters. So I am hoping by full installation that we can have these new ones coming in, and of course those trash cans to help us mitigate the litter problems. In terms of that balanced behavior that I alluded to earlier, we are looking for businesses, and I have to tell you, there's a lot of clean, conscientious businesses here, so this isn't actually something new, it's just a reiteration. We're looking for businesses to make sure they're sweeping in front of their stores, washing their windows, keeping their dumpsters tidy, etc. Like the regular things that you would do as a business owner who wants to steward a neighborhood that's successful. Please keep doing that. So, as we get into the last part, which is engagement and participation beyond the events, this is more for any volunteers or people that have been on committees. Before we had a lot of overhead. We were very top heavy. We were a bloated organization, and so the way that I want us to think about it is instead of sort of like this, multiple squares coming down on the staff in terms of the pressure and priority. It's like actually we have to take some things in the time they are here and give them their full bandwidth. For an event, we might have a group that's meeting 3 or 4 times right before the event and nothing for the rest of the year. For the market, we are like, once you know your position with the market, we won't have to have lots of meetings. You can just come volunteer when you're, signed up and different things like that. So this is our organizational structure internally, but also externally in terms of committees. This is where we're headed. So if you want to choose your engagement level this year, we have programs, projects, and events. So programs are ongoing; they have no deadline, or it's forever. It doesn't have a shelf life. The projects are about a 3 to 12 month. A good example of that would be the 3rd and 4th Street advocacy, and then the events are self-explanatory. And so, as we're moving forward, DMI is going to release programs and projects that we can actually manage. We need to have the right foundation. We need to have the different aspects for them to be successful. So many people come to us with wonderful ideas and we want to execute them, but we have to be cognizant of our time, energy, and resources and then go from there. So here's a quick overview of what's coming down the pipeline. We have exciting programming. We're working with the city and the Parks Department in concert to create better green spaces for us all to operate in. For all access will be a campaign coming out midsummer, but it'll be talking about how all the spaces downtown need to be used not just for one group of people or one use case, but also our vehicular traffic is not just cars and bicycles, but it's also semis delivering product and delivery drivers and Uber Eats pickup and handicap access. So we're going to be thinking about harmony through consideration moving forward. We're coming up to about 13 minutes. I don't want to take more of your time. Expect another one of these updates in the next couple months. We appreciate your membership, and if there's any feedback or anything we can do for you as an organization, or if you want to see more of something or less of something, please reach out to us and let us know, and we will talk to you soon.